I'm so glad to see you in
Yeah,
person
thank
because
you.
I just watched the film Swan Song and I still have to absorb everything that I watched. But congratulations on the film because it really takes you on an emotional journey. For you to be part of TIFF again as a producer and tell the story of a legendary person like Karen Kane, it must be so special for you.
Karen Kane was my idol growing up, like literally my idol. She is one of the reasons I became an artist. I mean, I still remember sitting at the edge of my seat watching Swan Lake when I was 9 years old and just experiencing for the first time what storytelling can do to move an audience and going, I want to do that. So yeah, it was when Chelsea and Sean approached me and asked me if I'd like to be part of this project that is honoring Karen and the National Ballet of Canada and helping her say goodbye to her 50 years at the company and direct this brand new Swan Lake. I was just like, yes, please, yes.
And you used to do ballet at a young age.
I went to the National Ballet School, so that was my first life. You know, I started at 6. I was at the ballet school by 9. I was there for 5 years. Then it was my first career, and so. Yeah, and I have such a great understanding of what, amazing athletes and artists these people are. And I made a film 20 years ago, which I can't name at the moment because of the SAG strike, but for me it was very important just to try and expose this world to people because I think it's fascinating. I think these people are fascinating. And now this film is like taking it to another level where we're bringing up subjects like racism. Which has been in the ballet world for many decades and needed to be addressed, and change needed to happen. And it was very important to Karen. It was important to the filmmakers to tell that part of the story. So this film does show you the beauty of dance. It shows you the challenges, and it also shows you issues that need to be raised. So I don't know. I think they've done a wonderful job.
And the fact that you're talking about the racism, because that no stalking conversation is so important to Karen, and to bring that forward. It must be special to see, for you to see that these women, these girls went on stage without
without
stalking.
tights, without pink
their
tights.
skin tone,
their own skin tone, their own identity, not putting white paint on their legs to try and pretend they're something that they're not, that they can take on who they are and be beautiful and be included. So very
change
important.
Can happen.
Yeah, change can happen.
Did it bring back memories for you? I mean, the love of ballet.
It was triggering.
Yeah, I was getting like it must have been triggering
at times.
Did it take you back to that
time?
time?
For sure. And I watch it sometimes and I'm like, poor little me. No. Like poor young me. I remember that.
So wait, did you go through all of that?
Well, I was at the National Ballet School. And the school is brilliant and brings out some of the top dancers in the world, literally. So I'm very, very grateful for it. But of course, if you're a high-level athlete, you're going to be injured. It's going to be hard on your body. It's going to be high competition. It's going to be mentally and emotionally very challenging, obviously physically challenging. And so I did go through a lot of the things that I was witnessing the dancers go through.
Why did you give up on ballet?
I had a lot of injuries. To be honest, I think certain bodies can take it, and certain bodies are like, please no. My body was like, please no. I had suffered a lot of injuries, and it wasn't a conscious choice to leave dance. It's just the acting kind of took over. I'd done a few things, and I kept getting asked to do more and more acting, and it slowly took over. And with ballet, you have to be doing it every day if you're going to be doing it. And for me, I was grateful to find another art form where I could express
We're happy
myself.
too that you became an actress.
Thank you.
And one of the great things about this film is that you individually see the stories of each girl and what they're going through, and that moment when they hit the stage and their passion is relieved, right? Like it's incredible. Did any of those stories resonate with you?
Absolutely. I mean, all of the stories, but certainly, Shaylin in this film, she's the dancer who really wants to get there, and she's watching the other dancers who are getting the roles, and she's watching, and yet she's a stunning dancer, like so beautiful, and you get to see that in this film as well. But just the challenge of that, like no matter how good you are, it might not be your day yet, and I remember that. That I was never going to be Karen Kane. Just wasn't going to be my journey.
Why?
Because I wasn't going to be that good. Because my body didn't want to do it. It was just too challenging. It was just always going to be a struggle. I loved it, and I was good at it. I'm not saying I wasn't good at it, but that wasn't going to be my journey. So, it's interesting to watch everyone's different experiences within the company.
What did Karen think of the film? Did you have a chance to talk to her after?
Yeah, and I've spoken to her today about it, and she's really happy. She's really happy with it. She's really grateful for it. There had been some nervousness when I spoke to Sean and Chelsea, the filmmakers. You know, they were like, "We're showing it to Karen." But afterwards, they said she was just so grateful for it, and so grateful that at this period in her life, that again, she's shining. You know, not that she wasn't a year ago, but it's just like another opportunity for her that she's happy about, and I think she really feels that it honors a truthful version of the ballet world.
She's a legend. She's definitely a legend.
Oh my God.
And Swan Song, the power of it. We've seen movies with it, Black Swan with Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman. What is the power of that ballet? What is it about it?
Well, it's the fairy tale, but it's I think, revering something that you can't have, or having it for moments in your life, but not being able to hold it forever, that it is not yours, and having to release something that you love. I think we all relate to sort of romanticism. We relate to the idea of the ideal love, and we relate to loss of that. And you know, and it's stories of control and chauvinism, and all of that's laid in there if you look at it. So I think it's a story that resounds for a lot of us.
Did you dust off your ballet slippers when you made this film?
No.
Did you like?
You can't do
maybe
that.
I should go back to this.
I look at
show
them
your
in my
kids
bookshelf.
How good you were. Like make the go in the living room and start twirling around.
I can't even get those things on my feet anymore. I'm like,
You've never shown your kids how
I
incredibly.
would break my ankle if I would do that right
Listen,
now.
I break dance in front of my kids. And they go, "Hi, Mom." Just,
I'll dance around with my kids, but I won't put pointe shoes on. Forget it.
Now, you were just in Toronto for Fan Expo.
I was, yeah.
And I love the clip where you say, "I'm home." Everyone's like, "Yeah." Well, I mean, I know you can't speak to it, but it must be nice that fans are still so excited about Scream.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not supposed to talk about the film itself, but when I get to do these conventions, which RESAG we are allowed to do.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, Jamie Kennedy, and I are kind of like a little touring comedy company. We really enjoy seeing each other, and we enjoy the fans. And the fans are out for all of our films, so it's not specific to one, but yeah, they're just so lovely.
We miss Sydney Prescott, right? Don't we all?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I can't talk about it.
You can't talk, but you can wink like this.
You can talk about it. I can't talk about it. Now
that you've produced,
yes,
does that mean you're going to be directing?
You know, it's interesting. I was just offered to direct something, and I read it, but I'm not going to do it. I realize, you know, you have to if you're going to direct, because it takes so much more time than acting, because pre-production, post-production, the whole thing, you have to love it.
Yeah.
But what it did inspire me is the realization that I do want to do it, and I've known that for a long time. But I am at that stage where I have to start brainstorming on what that piece is for me, because I would like to.
I can't wait for everyone to see this film. And honestly, just being a mother of two daughters, it makes you think about what girls go through to get to that point. And you've lived that, and you have kids. So I highly recommend all the parents to go watch this, and the people who love ballet.
Great.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We should twirl right now.
No, go ahead.